This is absolutely getting worse and will get a whole hell of a lot worse in the near future. AI is becoming a huge problem with misinformation. The problem, or the bigger problem with that, is that people are starting to believe the fake articles, videos, and pictures that are out there. In fact, there are people, men, basically, looking at AI models and believing these women are real. They're looking at these women and telling them, what's your OnlyFans page? It's an AI chick. I watched a video of a lady protesting, and the news reporter was standing in the street with her, and in the background people are yelling and holding signs, and on the lady's shirt says woke on the front. So I'm like, strike one, that's AI. Then she goes, I am protesting whatever trend is going on right now. And then that was it. And then in the back someone's holding the same sign. I'm protesting the most current trend, or something to that matter. So I looked at it, I'm like, all right, this is fake. Let's see how many people believe this is real. I go into the comment section, without fail, people believed it was real. In fact, people believed it was so real that they even stood on that ground and argued with other people or other replies stating that it is real. Why do you think it's fake? You're stupid. I'm like, now, to be fair, that could also be bots standing up for this AI video. As there are bots on videos like this that will reply back to you, that could be that. But there were a lot of videos of people making comments like, that girl doesn't even know what she's talking about. What does she mean? What kind of stupidity is this? And people were replying to those comments, this is AI, it's not a real video. And a couple people fired back, yes it is, what makes you think it's not? This video, guys, had a AI feel to it. So when I looked at it, I already knew. But to the untrained eye, or as this article I read, non-experts look at it, they'll fall for it. They'll think it's real. And they'll take in that story or believe that story because they don't know any better, or because it resonates with them, or it creates anger in them, or some kind of anxiety, and so they just go with that story. Now, there was a study this year that came out in March stating that the AI misinformation is bad, going to get worse, and is absolutely the most dangerous thing we can be experiencing right now. This is a study that came out. And this study, guys, just put everything in perspective as far as what we are willing to believe and how easy we are manipulated. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these videos, these pictures, these articles, they sound real, they look real. You look at it long enough, you start to see, all right, this is AI-ish. But at a glance, you look at it, you're like, man, that was fucked up. But then you look at it again, you go, oh, wait, that was fake. But again, you have to like research and study these pictures. In fact, you even have to Google the story to make sure it's real. Because even Google right now is giving you the honest answer. I don't know what AI Google's going to do in the future and make you believe a story that's not real. My point is, guys, that we have to be careful what we're seeing and what we're believing. What we're hearing and what we're believing, we have to be careful of all of that right now because it's bad. Now, with a lot of AI videos that are out there, they are becoming more realistic looking, or the term that you're going to start hearing, hyper-realistic. They're hard to, for a lot of people, they're hard to disprove, and they're hard to say that they're fake. Because people want to believe these things, especially if it's something about like Trump, for example, or Biden. If they come out with an AI video about Biden like breakdancing or some shit, people are like, why is he breakdancing? Because there are dumb people out there like that. And then there are people that'll watch a video of Trump because they hate Trump so much, they're going to look at that video and believe whatever it is. Like if Trump kicked a fucking baby across the lawn, the White House lawn, people are going to like, why would Trump do that? Because they believe it. These are the things that we are going to be contending with when they start putting realistic storylines or realistic things that can happen, events that can happen, and then they have a hyper-realistic video to go along with it. People are going to believe it, and then we're in trouble. Now, I'm going to read you something, and this is the article talking about the AI being, the misinformation getting bad. But a 2025 study published a peer-reviewed journal, Health Promotion International, warned that the spread of misinformation continue to increase and has been identified as a significant threat to society and public health. Social media has enabled misinformation to have a global reach, the study author warned. This, guys, again, a threat to society means that they can now destabilize countries, cities, groups of people by coming up with AI videos, articles, or talking head and destabilize shit with nothing but misinformation and lies. And people will believe it, but once the truth comes out, that is where the destabilization starts. Because now people are like, what do you mean that's not real? And then they start fighting and arguing like people were arguing with each other in that comment section in the Instagram video. And that was a video about nothing, and people were arguing about it. Now imagine something on a grand scale. This is undoubtedly going to cause a lot of social rifts. And as far as health goes, they've been trying to imply that the whole war against arm tickets across the board, that's going to start sparking more diseases to spread, because RFK is taking a stand against a lot of arm tickets. Now they're trying to throw them under the bus and saying that that's going to create health problems and people are going to come home with sick, whatever. That's another conversation for a different day. But this, guys, is going to get really, really bad and really fast. And people don't realize how fast it's going to get. Now, what can you do to stop this kind of nonsense? You're going to have to double research. You're going to have to research the research. And you're going to have to find a actual story that might combat that. Now, here's the other problem. You might have AI that'll come out with a story about cheeseburgers and how the best cheeseburger is in New York City downtown. But then you'll have another article written by the same AI jerk, because this AI is being controlled by humans. He'll say the best cheeseburger is in Chicago, and it's, Burgerland in Chicago. So you'll have like warring articles on stuff like that, or warring political stance articles talking about how Trump's the best president in the world, but now another article comes out, he's the worst president, and why. These things we're going to be contending with, and these are the things that are going to start gathering people on their sides. Bad enough right now, there's an AI church out there, and there are people leaving the real church to go to an AI church. That's going to cause a religious rift, or a religious revolution, if you will, especially when this starts to grow. And especially when there are more AI churches popping up with different ideologies and beliefs that make no sense, but people are following it. Anyway, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.